understand the running back hurt himself in warm-up. It's an excuse, and he's quit. Now, how come y'all can't report the truth or somebody else's lie? It was reported by a colleague of y'all that knows pretty good.
Who said that?
Hey, I listened to all the radio stations. You just had to figure out it was actually on YouTube when he said it.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Busch. Produced by Colton Little.
I hate it.
With Ty Richardson.
It sucks.
And Tommy Kraft.
Lousy.
This is The Morning Rush.
First time we've heard from Lee Corso since I think he had his final college game day ever. I feel like some of the words that he shared yesterday were how we feel about this football season heading into this final game of the year. Welcome in. What's Your Beef Wednesday? Good to have you back, man. The beard's growing out.
Yeah. Lost the razor for a few days,
Okay.
So
I'll
I'll have to.
Does that mean no more ref, or are you gonna cut it?
No, come Thursday, Friday,
Okay.
I'll have to re-engage the razor. But thanks for covering me for a few days here. It's good to get away for a few days. What's Your Beef Wednesday? Brought to you by Richards Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue. Last minute items. Get by Richards for those sides, and maybe you've decided, hey, I've got Thanksgiving on Thursday, but come Saturday, I want a steak, or I want some stuffed chicken breast, or I want to do a shrimp boil, or I want to do, whatever's on your mind, or whatever's on your stomach, they can help you get ready. Because we know by about Saturday, we're going to be tired of turkey, right? We're going to be ready for something else, probably a big old thick steak, maybe a bone-in ribeye. Richards can help you with that. But if you need last-minute help with side dishes, desserts, and other items, they've got it at Richards Country Meat Market. 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I just used up the last of my Richards hot sauce, so I'm going to have to go make a return visit to put that on everything. It's very, very good. So do you have a travel beef off the jump today?
We went to Branson for a couple of days. And just driving back on 412, you've just got idiots out there. Just people that are unaware that, hey, you get about 4 chances between Alpena and Huntsville to make any hay and get around, trailers and get around tractor trailers and 18-wheel trucks. When it's your turn in the left lane in a passing zone, that's not your time to mosey. And don't give me I'm doing the speed limit. That is not the time for doing the speed limit either. If you don't want to get around the traffic, then get to the right and get out of everyone else's way. Texas tagged vehicle yesterday, holding up the whole show. And, so that's a travel beef.
Did it have a Longhorn insignia on the back of it?
They weren't even smart enough for that.
Okay.
So,
Colton, you had a beef this morning. Speaking of travel,
get out of the way.
It's not a beef because I'm a criminal. I deserve to be pulled over for speeding because I was going 74 and a 55 because this is my beef. They have been doing the construction right there on MLK and 49 since I was 2 years old. They have got to get that fixed and done, get all the money in there, get the infrastructure done. I don't care. And if you're not going to get it done, at least post what the speed limit sign should be all the time. It's my fault. I'm a criminal.
Did they write you a ticket?
They did. And you know what?
No.
And I deserve it. I was going 19 over the speed limit. I 100%
Yeah, they do have a
ticket.
55-mile-an-hour zone there.
No,
and they are active in
I
there.
recognize that. And look,
Do you not tell
I've
them you work
sped through
with
there
Tommy
many times.
Kraft?
Now, what I should have said was, look, I work in the radio. I can make you a big star. So why don't you cut me some slack here? But I had to wait 25 minutes for the very nice gentleman to write me said ticket. That is my beef. I had to wait that long for the ticket.
Well, he had all those priors that he was going through.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was going through the list. I was like, man, did I pay this bill? Am I some kind of criminal? Did I say something a long time ago? Do I have any outstanding warrants in different states? And I was thinking, no, I definitely don't. I don't know what took him so long, but that's my beef, is that I had to wait that long. That makes me want to commit more crimes.
So on Sunday, as we were driving up and going through that same area,
Matt in Huntsville says preach, by the way.
Smokies were everywhere, man. You had not just state troopers, but you had highway patrol.
Well, this was the AHP, so this guy was serious. He had something to do. And, what am I going to do, run?
Once you top that hill there going north, They if you don't get slowed down in that 55 zone, they have been pretty active in there for a while.
This was before then and before
And-
you get to Cato Springs and Razorback Road. So
and
I was
really?
yeah. So
That should be 55.
That's what I said. I was like 15 feet away from the speed limit sign that says speed up to 75, and I was like, surely. I mean, there's nobody else on the road. It's 6 something in the morning.
We got to get Jackie Mock on this.
I don't know about all of that. I'm not. Well, I mean, the guy's like, hey, here's your court date, which I asked him, does anybody ever go to these court dates? And he's like, well, I mean, you'd be surprised. So I'm going to show up. And I might bring Jackie. I might represent myself.
yeah.
Most of the
but I'm going
time-
to fight this one.
You were 15 feet away from, and no,
that might be
that's a bogus
that
thing.
might be hyperbolic.
Well,
I
don't
can't
give, hey,
exactly-
don't incriminate yourself.
Well,
here.
I'm not about to go to court for it. I'll just pay the fine.
RT in Fayetteville talking about you saying Smokies. Is that a common term for police officers?
Well, have you not ever seen the movie Smokey and the Bandit?
I still haven't seen that.
Okay.
There's a
No.
bandit and then there's Smokey.
Maybe I'll watch it this Thanksgiving. Drew in Berryville says his beef is a certain fast food app is not working this morning, and he has over 5,000 points he wants to use. Ryan in Prairie Grove says my beef is that our outfit is so ignorant that they let an outstanding coach go to Oklahoma State, Eric Morris, who is going to be the head coach of the Cowboys, instead of here, and he feels like Hunter Yurachek embarrassed us on national television last night. We'll get into more of what that college football playoff reveal said to us. My beef, I think it's, and I realize sometimes reports don't come true in college sports. You get some factual intel, you get some information, and it ends up not becoming the case. But I thought we were going to be done with the coaching search talk by the end of this weekend, according to Pete Thamel. It seemed like Brandon Marcel kind of reinforced it, and we're still having it on Wednesday. And I'm
we're not
okay,
to the end of the weekend, right?
but it was this past weekend. They were talking.
To me, that never seemed like a
Well, that's what I was
reasonable
thinking.
deadline.
You were still a week plus out from the college football season concluding, and that's why I didn't get it. And I was wondering, and like the Animals and Brandon, they're both pretty credible guys, and that's why I was just like confused when he said that, I guess, on College Game Day, and then it was put out there, and it just didn't make sense from a timeline standpoint. But I keep getting texts, who's going to coach going to be. Let me just say, I have no idea. No one's going to tell me prior to it. And so I was like, okay, these texts, these calls, it's finally going to end. Arkansas is going to name their guy, and yet it continues. Now, that being said, if they wait a little longer and get a better coach, I'm absolutely fine with that. But it's kind of like, okay, I thought this was finally going to end. You know when you get to a point and you think something is going to conclude, and you're finally like, okay, whatever it is, it's done. Well, we're still in the midst of this. So that's a little bit of a beef of mine.
That's another beef of mine. Is everyone's got a source. I know somebody. You know,
I have a source.
No, if somebody actually had a source, they would have been breaking the news, right? If you knew what was really going on, someone would break the news. I'm not in the source business. The one or two times I've tried it, about half the time I get burned. I'm out. So,
I'm 1 for 1. Ty Tidbit, Nick Pringle's going to be the first one that commits.
Ty Tidbit.
I don't have a Ty
one.
Tidbit. I'm 1 for 1. It's kind of like in Vegas when I left $18 up. I don't think I'm ever going to gamble in Vegas again because I can confidently say I'm up.
You're
I can
ahead of the
confidently say that I've sourced one thing
How did
in my
they sleep
entire
out
life,
there?
and I'm up.
knowing their $18 is in your
up.
pocket.
Yeah, that was well. A lot of people are down, and I'm up. I can confidently. Not a lot of people say that.
Ty, how has that $18 changed your life?
Benefit. It got me a case of beer, which is
Well, not really good beer,
not
though.
cheap beer. not anymore. That was several years ago. Can't get that. Can't get that now.
Cheap beer you can't even get for $18 anymore. Hey, we're brought to you by the Fence Man, 782-3936. Happy Thanksgiving from the Fence Man. They're going to be closed tomorrow and Friday. Give their crew a little bit of rest, but back at it on Monday. We won't have our Fence Man Friday picks either on Friday, as we're all going to take a day or two off. But 782-3936, you can call today. They'll get you on the schedule for your free quote and take a look at your job if you've got a fencing project you need to begin the process, the due diligence on. Now's the time to call 782-3936. Or if you have time, you're driving right now, can't call right now, but you've got something in mind, go to their website while you're kind of sitting around over the holiday, thefencemanAR.com, and you can see a lot of great pictures of the work and just different custom ideas for powered automatic gates, residential and commercial fencing. They do all of it. Happy Thanksgiving from the Fence Man, 782-3936 or thefencemanAR.com.
One more beef before we get into our opening drive in the college football playoff selection show last night. Have you heard this Creighton call, this broadcaster from earlier this week? I wanted to play this in its entirety because it's worth the listen.
Carr into the paint, missed the dunk. And a fucking foul? What are you talking about? That was 2 seconds after the play ended. Car driving. He's outside the circle. He's outside the circle and he's set. He was outside the circle and he was set. Brett Smith blew it. He was outside the restricted area. He was straight up and down. He was set like the statue sitting out in front of New York, New York, and they called that. That's an absolutely horse crap call. In a game that's been played out like this. Unbelievable bailout call by an incompetent referee. That's an absolutely horse crap call.
I love when local broadcasters go nuts. You haven't seen the place, so you can't verify. If
Well, I mean, the way
block or
he was
charge.
describing it, we have verticality outside the restricted area, and as long as that is, the restricted area only applies to who, Ty?
The restricted area
Only applies to who?
the defender, right?
What defenders?
The secondary.
There you go. See, I've taught you a few things.
Nice.
So what we also don't know, what our Creighton friend here didn't include, was this guy a primary or secondary defender? But either way, if he was outside of the arc, then there should not have been a foul, as he's describing.
Was
the
that
play.
the
But
Iowa State game?
I'll
Colton?
fall a little bit short of taking his word for it.
Okay, I think the Iowa State game. If that was what it was 78-60. It might have been a different game this week, but they did lose to.
Was that an end of game? I didn't hear him give the time, score, and situation there. Was this? Please tell me he wasn't this fired up at 17:47 to go in the first half.
I think it was the second half play. And it might have been the. It might have been the game
that
before.
needs to be, that kind of vigor and anger needs to be reserved for late second half calls.
Is Creighton? Maybe it's the Baylor game. Maybe it was the Baylor game they lost. I don't know, but I think they've lost 2 or 3 games this week, and the broadcaster's probably mad. Their team's probably mad. McDermott's mad, and everyone's mad. But
What are you talking about?
definitely worthy here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday. Well, I think people are saying that similar phrase to some of the stuff you heard from Hunter Yurchek last night. If you missed this, I personally think it's entertaining. Some didn't find it that way. Let's get into our opening drive.
Hunter, there was a change at 6-7 with Oregon and Ole Miss swapping spots. How much of an impact potentially could it be on Ole Miss if it's determined they don't have their head coach in the field?
6-7. But seriously, Rich, we didn't have any discussion.
What do you mean by that? That you won't have meaning that you don't know what's going to happen with the coaching situation, or you will not have seen the team play without the coach?
Correct.
Which is correct? The latter?
We will not have seen the team play without. Yes, we would not have seen the team play without a coach.
Okay.
This is the opening drive.
Call it Rich.
I've got to believe he had some kind of communication issue there.
There's a delay back and forth. Reese's reaction and Hunter's reaction. There was some sort of delay.
Yeah,
on the
I got to
broadcast.
believe that
That's what you took from that interaction was the audio delay?
I had to a bit because it was very disjointed there. It sounded 6, 7. What is he talking about there? I like he was listening to a different conversation than what Reese Davis was having. It seemed very disconnected.
It was the comparison between Ole Miss and Oregon, and he's doing the kids thing nowadays, the 6-7. If you watched it, but Ole Miss, that's a question I think a lot of people have. I guess it was 2 years ago when Florida State went undefeated. Travis got injured in either before the ACC championship game or during. I think it was before, and they won that game, and they still got left out of the playoff. Now you could be in a situation where Ole Miss wins this weekend, and then if they win, I don't think I say that. If they win, they're fine. It doesn't matter if Kiffin's their coach or not. But if they lose to Mississippi State and Kiffin decides after the game that he's going to Baton Rouge or Gainesville, then people have questions if they're going to get left out of the playoffs, similar to that Travis and FSU connection.
It would be a travesty if you left the Ole Miss team out of the playoffs because their coach left. That would be as unfair a decision as I've ever seen made by the adults in sport.
Do you think it was fair that Florida State got left out with their starting quarterback that was not eligible to?
He's a player.
Okay, but he's their QB. He's
a player.
Okay.
I have less issue with that. to take it away from a team because a coach leaves. No, I can't penalize the team who fought and won the games. And I'm not saying coaching doesn't matter, but the team won the games. Teams win or teams lose. Coaching's a part of it, but you got to make the plays to win, or you don't make the plays and you lose. You cannot penalize Ole Miss if their coach leaves, or any other team in a similar circumstance.
I don't think so either, in my opinion, but I don't know what they're going to do. If they lose and Kiffin bolts, there's no way the team is good.
It's a non-factor in the eyes of the committee. I'm not saying it's a non-factor on this team, but how that team should be judged or viewed should be a non-factor with the committee.
Okay, so let's go back again, saying it's the only comparison we have is that Florida State example.
He's a player. There's a difference in a player who's going to be on the field making plays or not making plays versus a coach who's on the sideline. I understand they're calling plays and they're directing, but you cannot punish the players that go on the field.
I agree with you, but I wouldn't expect Ole Miss to win whatever college football playoff game.
Possibly, but I think we are overvaluing the. Now, if players start bolting and this is part of the problem with the portal timing and situation, I would like to think every player would stay put if their coach left because they have a playoff game to play. But do you trust that? That if Lane Kiffin announced he's going to Florida or he's going to LSU, which I still think he's staying at Ole Miss, so
I do too.
Probably means he's packing boxes now since I think that. But does the roster stay intact because they have so much to play for? I still think Lane Kiffin stays put. He's not, he feels like he's got a team that can win a national title.
So timeline-wise, let's think about the timeline. The first round of the playoffs, which Ole Miss would be in, they're not going to be in the top four, is December 19th and 20th, which is a Friday and Saturday. The portal does not open until the 2nd, after the quarterfinals.
Yeah, but LSU or Florida is going to hire a coach before then.
Correct, but in terms you were talking about players like an Exodus, they're not going to leave until they lose.
But the seating's set at that point. I mean, I'm just saying with the timing, to me that would be an evaluation that the committee should take into account. If
not the coach,
4 or 5 or 6 key players said, "Hey, I'm sitting out, getting ready for the draft, going with my coach to LSU or Florida. I'm this, that, or the other." Well, now I don't have the same football team. And that's totally within the rights or the judgment of the committee to make that adjustment. But you cannot punish the team, the players, because a coach may leave.
Colton, didn't you have some theories on that statement from Hunter last night?
6-7.
Yeah, that.
Tommy, you asked what this was. This is just that random internet trend of kids and LaMelo Ball, all this stuff. It's absolutely hilarious that he said that.
So you haven't seen
it all?
Guys, I'm old.
But you have kids that would know. You have kids that would know.
I'll be 50 in a month. I 6, 7. I get what you're saying. I'm impressed that Hunter would be that plugged into.
But people are taking this the wrong way, as if he's a dweeb and he's a loser and he's trying to be funny. Which look, he's been accused of that many, many times, and it's fallen flat on his face. Remember the time most recent memory, where he was trying to be a comedian, where he was saying something that was just humorous to him. What was the video, Ty? You remember that one?
The Muss video.
The Muss
You're
video.
Still here.
You're still here? And what happened just a few moments after that video was released? There would start to be murmurs. Things came down through the grapevine. Of course he knew. Yeah, that's the same reason he goes out there and does goober stuff like that on national television and does make Arkansas look really dumb, unfortunately. Now, either I thought this was like a Board of Trustees humiliation ritual to pay for his sins of talking out the side of his mouth to the Little Rock Touchdown Club, or the guy's got his man locked up and he can go out there and say what he wants. That's what it is. Don't be so worried that Hunter Yurachek doesn't have a guy, because some of these names that we've already been heard from Thamel, Brandon Marcello, cross them off the list. They got bad intel.
Okay. That's an interesting. We'll see if it plays out the next couple of days. Hey, how many Thanksgiving helpings am I going to eat this weekend?
6-7.
How many one-score losses do we have this year?
6-7.
You can play with that all day long.
It sucks.
All day long.
How tall is your power forward?
6'7".
There you go.
Need him to be taller. Need him to be taller. Need TB to play. TB said it yesterday. He was a no-show against Michigan State. We'll get into that Hog update coming up. Big one against the Dukies tomorrow night. Only the sixth time in history you played these guys.
All right, that is your opening drive. It's brought to you by Arts Barbecue Burgers and More. They are closed today. You can't stop in there. It's I think till 2 o'clock. Now till 2 o'clock, you can pick up your Thanksgiving orders. Closed Thanksgiving and Friday, and they're going to be closed through Saturday, and then back at it next week, kind of taking a break. So they have been really busy doing turkeys and hams and all this stuff and the side dishes. So be sure and make your call to Arts next week. And happy Thanksgiving from everyone at Arts Barbecue Burgers and More, Rogers Avenue, 2 doors east of Lowe's in Fort Smith. If you're watching on the YouTube, I have not completely plugged into No Shave November, but in about 3 days since Sunday, I shaved Sunday. I shaved Saturday. So this is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This is a lot better than Ty could pull off in 2 weeks.
True.
Wouldn't you say, Colton?
Mm-hmm, much better.
Much better. You can get in on No Shave November with the Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation. Go to arprostatecancer.org and be involved. No Shave November. Hashtag it. Help raise money and awareness right now in Arkansas for men with prostate cancer with the Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation.
All right, when we come back, we've got our Hog update. Going to share what TB said, Bobby Petrino on this upcoming matchup with Missouri and what he saw from KJ Jackson against the Longhorns this past weekend. Stay with us here on the Morning Rush.
Well, he's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'm based with you, Ty.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. I should say it?
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop. Oh, Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side. Nope, I saw him, Matt. You still do believe in Santa, right? Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess. A couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Claus?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the Interfacegram WW.
I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa home.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Ho, ho, ho.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Lousy. I hate it.
This is the Morning Rush.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Rath Auto Resources. All this month, take advantage of huge discounts on our road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Hungry for steak? TGI Fridays in Fort Smith is serving up the best hand-cut 14-ounce ribeyes, tender 8-ounce bacon-wrapped fillets, and massive loaded baked potatoes. It's the new steakhouse menu at TGI Fridays. And for football nights, Monday and Thursday, it's wings for just 50 cents each, all day long. Boneless or traditional with a 10-piece minimum. Bring the team, bring the fans. Big groups are welcome, and we're open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. TGI Fridays, steaks, wings, football, it's all here at TGI Fridays at 540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Dad, the driver looks dirty. You yucky, Daddy.
Hey, don't worry, boys. That's what we do best. At My Dreams Mo Wash, we make homes, businesses, and even big industrial spaces shine like new.
So you can clean houses and big buildings?
That's right. Residential, commercial, or industrial. No job's too big or too small. Call My Dreams Mo Wash today at 479-763-5561 or visit mjmowash.com.
My Junior's Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
Here's to you
you and yours. From the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort. We're a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
It's the season for shopping the store that honors Christ all year long. It's the season for shopping the Solid Rock. Lots of gift ideas, including home decor, greeting cards, books, women's boutique items, and of course, Bibles. And while you're there, make your gift extra special with custom laser engraving, pins, cutting boards, wallets, Bibles, and more. Lots of selections to choose from or ask about custom orders. The Solid Rock, located next to Sam's Club on South 74th in Fort Smith. The Solid Rock, family owned and serving the River Valley for over 48 years.
When electrical needs pop up, don't get left in the dark. Call the local team that's trusted on and off the field. Harrison Electric. That's who homeowners and local businesses choose. Harrison Electric. Honest, dependable, and they leave no mess behind. From quick fixes to major upgrades, Harrison Electric is your go-to for all your electrical projects. Don't sit on the sideline with electrical problems. Get back in the game with the pros you can count on. Harrison Electric. Honest, quick, trusted. 652-3077.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody, woo big Dewey.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Because we always joke around in the quarterback room is sometimes you never know how good a quarterback is until they have to tackle them. Because in practice, you don't tackle the quarterbacks. And I'm not sure why we went that way, but we did that a number of years ago where you don't tackle your quarterbacks in practice. So I always tell them, hey, no one's going to know how good you are till they have to tackle you. And certainly that touchdown run where he broke 2 tackles. He pointed at Settles. I thought he was going to throw him the ball. But he decided to run it in, which was fun to watch.
That was Bobby Vitrino last night on Ridgeback Football Live talking about KJ Jackson, who is also in attendance with Cam Settles. And I know people were trying to read into who's going to start this weekend, who's going to play. Hasn't been an official announcement or anything. You and I kind of differ. We were talking about this before the show. I tend to think whoever starts is going to finish the game, and you're going to see that one person. Like if KJ was to start, I don't think you'll see Talon, assuming there's not an injury, and vice versa. If Talon starts, I don't think you'll see KJ. You kind of think there might be both.
I think they'll both play, because I don't think either one can play enough mistake-free possessions, mistake-free football. So I think as long as Talon's healthy, that's the caveat.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Talon Green's healthy to go out, I think they both play.
Patricia said post-game and this week that he is.
Yeah.
So that's already been cleared up. And you pointed to something that needs to be pointed out again. KJ fumbled the football, which led to a Texas touchdown. People, listen, Talon's made mistakes this year and last year that just make you want to claw your eyes out. But let's not. And I know this is again first big time football game they actually played it. And I don't want to bash the kid, but he did. He got hit from the blind side. It was a good rush from Colin Simmons.
Back up right tackle as well.
Yeah. And so you had that. That was what, Henderson? I think that was in there at that point.
Him or Broussard.
Yeah, Broussard. Yeah, you're right on that. Kavion Broussard. But so that did happen in the game as well.
How many times this year has the quarterback fumbled the ball?
6, 7.
Too many times. I think they have like 20 some odd turnovers. I mean, it's just you don't force turnovers and you don't fumble. Now Missouri's prone to not fumble, that turn it into football over. So maybe you get Prbula into some situations where he makes some mistakes. Wouldn't count on it though, and you're gonna finish the season unfortunately 2-10. Which this team's been closer in games. There's no denying that, but I mean, where's the argument that say you're not a better situation you were when Chad Morris got let go? You're going to finish the season with the same record back to back.
This is what the third double-digit loss season since 2012?
18, 19, and this year. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't think there's another one that I'm misremembering. 2012, you went 3-9, I think. Yeah. I've already got one SEC win, and you lost 2 non-con games.
Third winless conference season as well, yeah.
Not ideal. Not ideal. Basketball in action tomorrow night against Duke. Trent Brazile, he was honest about what he has to do in this game. He's got to show up, but he didn't necessarily do that against Michigan State.
I feel like, I know show when we were at Michigan State, and, I was disappointed in the way I played. So, obviously I'm trying to bounce back, in this big-time game on a big-time stage, and just go out there and just play with confidence and just let it all out.
TB had one of the best games of a Razorback back when Duke came here in 2022 or 3, whatever it was, hoping he can replicate a similar type of performance. You're going up against one of the best big men in all of college basketball in Cameron Boozer, and he's a workhorse, and him, Pringle, and Malik Ewan better get ready because they're going to be battle-tested all night.
Yeah, and biggest measuring stick you may have all year. I mean, biggest audience, you're on CBS, you're following an NFL game. Everybody's going to be on how many helpings will you have had by then? 6, 7, something like that. Hang on, get it ready.
6, 7.
And then you're going to settle in. I mean, everybody's day is planned around watching this game.
How many times can we play that before the end of the show? Let's put an over-under at 20. All right, that is your Hog Update this morning, brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
I mean, am I right about that last part? Is your days planned around the Duke game that night?
I'll be driving back from Little Rock, so I'll be listening to the first half. But I mean, I'm staying tuned, but not watching. I'll be listening to Chuck and Z tomorrow night. I don't know what our buddy Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources has planned for Thanksgiving. Larry, you gonna watch the game tomorrow night with your family? What does it look like in the Rath household these next few days?
Well, we've got some good times coming up, kind of spread thin, but we're going to be watching that game absolutely and having some good food and some good times with friends and family. We hope everybody else is too. It's a great time for us to be thankful. We've got a lot to be thankful for. We've got so many great customers and friends and family in this area that take care and, support and promote our business, and we really appreciate it. And that's kind of the theme right now. We got some big discounts. It's just a great time to save. Road-ready certified used cars only available at Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. It's voted the best used car in the River Valley the last couple of years in a row, and it absolutely is. You can't buy a better used car. Hand-picked, inspected, covered by comprehensive warranty. We've got big clearance discounts on those cars right now. You can save thousands of dollars. Come in and find the one that's just right for you and your family. Let us make it easy to afford. We do that by having great relationships with all of our banks and lenders. We do a great job of helping people reestablish credit or getting, rewarded for the good credit they have. If you've got great credit and you need a really good interest rate, we can help with that as well. We've got those banks and lenders that are, waiting to loan you money. So it's a good time going on. The new Mitsubishi, 0% for 60 months on the whole lineup. We just marked all those down. Rath's painless pricing on the Mitsubishis makes it so easy. Several brand new models to choose from under $30,000 right now at Rath Mitsubishi. So lots of good things going on. It's going to be a big Thanksgiving weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Come and see us. Rath Auto Resources, Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale.
All right, Larry. Enjoy the holiday, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one and go Hogs.
Morning Rush Daily Question when we come back.
Play
always talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'll face with you, Ty.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. I should say it?
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop. Oh, Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side. Nope, I saw him, Matt. You still do believe in Santa, right? Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess. A couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Claus?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the Interfacegram WW. I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hog. Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Ho, ho, ho.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
676767. But seriously, Rich.
This is the Morning Rush.
State sales tax paid on every pre-owned vehicle on the lot during the Thanksgiving no tax sales event at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. With new lower interest rates and the most for your trade, now is the time. No state sales tax on every pre-owned vehicle now through the end of November. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. No tax does not apply to previously negotiated deals.
Right now, someone in a Hardee's kitchen is about to warm up your holiday with the new grilled cheese bacon burger. Charbroiled 100% Angus beef, bacon, and Swiss and American cheese melting on our soft buttery sourdough. And our new grilled cheese breakfast sandwich with sausage or bacon and a fried egg. For your inner child and your grown-up cravings, the new grilled cheese bacon burger and breakfast sandwich. For a limited time, only at Hardee's. Cinnamon raisin biscuits are back. Unwrap them while you can. Only for a limited time at participating restaurants.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of stress-free internet. Wave Rural Connect brings you our 300 internet with Wi-Fi, perfect for streaming, remote work, and holiday guests. No data limits, built-in cybersecurity, and easy control with our free Wave Connect app. All for just $71.95 a month. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372 today. Wave Rural Connect, internet that works when you need it most.
It's always good to be home for the holidays. So if you are currently looking for a different rental, or you're new to the area and looking for your first rental in the River Valley, Marshall's Management has you covered. Apartments, duplexes, and single-family homes are all part of Marshall's rental inventory. And currently, Marshall's is offering holiday specials with big discounts on first month's rent and signing gifts to help you enjoy the holidays in your new home. Check out availability at marshallsrentals.com and get your unit picked out before they're all gone.
When second's making a play, short's got it covered. A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person. Good hustle, good hustle. Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
At the screen, you have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3.
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Call Wade Gilkey or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith. Contractors, you know the right equipment makes all the difference. That's why you choose LG HVAC systems. Innovative, efficient, and built to perform. And at J&B Supply, we're more than just a supplier. Since 1968, our family-owned business has provided HVAC and plumbing pros with the products, expert service, and hands-on training to get the job done right. Check out the buzz around LG's new game-changing equipment today. For over 50 years, HVAC and plumbing pros have trusted J&B Supply in Fort Smith, Springdale, and Bentonville. J&B Supply, where the professionals go.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Are you looking for a great deal on a previously owned vehicle but want to avoid high-pressure sales? If so, you need to visit Edwards Auto Sales in Roland. For over 30 years, Ernie Edwards and his staff have helped folks from Arkansas and Oklahoma River Valley buy a quality vehicle and offer a buy here, pay here program as part of their services. Some restrictions may apply. Come visit Edwards Auto Center newly remodeled facility, 3 miles west of the Garrison Bridge, the first car dealer on your right, or log on at edwardsautosalesinc.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpatsocial.com.
You know how to carve a turkey? What is the proper way to carve a turkey for Thanksgiving? Do you know?
I can tell you Eddie George's turkey prep. Have you heard it?
Lay it on me.
It's quite extensive.
For Eddie George. Deep fried, 72-hour process. This year it's a 96-hour process because he started it before coming out here to Amherst. Homemade brine, injects it with a marinade. That's his plan tomorrow, then fries it on Thursday. I tell you, as the guy who's cooking the turkey at my house on Thursday, I'm a little intimidated now by Eddie's process there.
The only thing I can say is, what time should I be there, Coach?
All right, so that's the process of getting the turkey ready to cook. But once it's done, what is the proper technique in taking the knife and fork to the bird and getting it ready to put on the table? Have you ever carved the Thanksgiving turkey, Ty?
Don't you need the electric knife, like the big, like
That-
the one
that's helpful?
Yeah.
It's my family wants it to eat it the right way, and they don't want a butchered bird. So no.
All right, so we'll get some suggestions in here. Here's how I do it.
Someone text in the Lewis Automotive Group.
Here's how
hotline.
I do it. First thing you do is take the legs off. An electric knife is helpful, but I use a big butcher knife a lot of time. First thing, take the legs off. Then you take the wings off.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll start there. And then you take the knife, and I get inside that middle bone, that breastplate there, and I'll take the breast off whole off each side.
Get slices.
And then cut across the grain, leaving the skin on. And then I'll take that fork and get in on the rest of it and get all that other, thigh meat and dark meat and all that on the platter. And that's how I go about it. But everybody's got their own way. Clark Griswold had his own way in Family Vacation. So that's the question today. It requires some audience participation. Yeah. What is the proper way to carve a turkey?
Dean in Durham said the best turkey is a prime rib roast. So some people forego the turkey this holiday season. I think we've always done a turkey. I was thinking back.
According to Chat GPT, you let it rest for 20 to 30 minutes so the juices don't get away from you. Then, like I said, remove the legs, slice the skin between the leg and the breast, cut through the joints, remove the meat, remove the wings, which is my second step, carve the breast properly, then make a long cut alongside the breastbone, remove the entire breast half in one piece, slice the breast crosswise, and don't forget the backbone meat. So I think I'm getting it quite right. Then do you throw the bones and the carcass away?
You got to split the wishbone.
No.
Right?
Use them for something.
No. Then you put those in a stock pot.
Turkey soup, baby.
Dennis does it like you do.
Turkey and dumplings. That's what you do next with that.
He likes to
make your own stock.
Brian uses his strong hand when doing all that. I'm guessing that's his right hand. I don't know if he's left-handed or not.
I'm left-handed, so I'll go the other direction.
Yeah. All right, that is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily question. I couldn't really provide any intel there.
I was shocked by that. Colton, will you carve the bird this year?
No, somebody does that for me.
we're 30 and 26.
Mhm.
We're not the men of the house.
That's
we
right.
let the father, the great. That's like a.
What are you
that
the
is-
men
above
of?
my
that
station.
is
What are
a-
you the men of?
You don't
I'm
see in the Norman Rockwell painting. It's not the young kid. It's the old
Yeah.
distinguished gentleman there. He's
That's
gotta
like
learn.
a slap. No, that's like a slap in the face.
Will you teach me, Tommy?
Yeah.
It's like a slap
just-
in the
I
face
just
in
told
your
you how to
father's
do it.
house or grandpa's house. I
Get
will-
out of the way, Dad. Get out of the way, Grandpa. Give me that knife.
That's like the equivalent of sitting at the head of the table that Pops has sat in for years. You
Oh,
just
good.
don't.
Just
You
a
just
little
don't.
dry.
You just don't do that. There is a pecking order in life,
Pecking.
and you abide by it.
Are you
or
even
you
at the
get
adult table
kicked.
yet?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
at the adult
I'm not.
table.
I'm not. It's okay.
You still at the card table?
I'm
I
gonna
had
be-
to sit over there at the little
You at the
table.
card table?
I'm 6 foot tall. My knees are up there, banging on top of it. My plate's jumping all over the table. It's bad.
I prefer the kids' table to be
Yeah.
honest, because we're on the same level of intellect.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you go
Here-
to the adults table when it's just, my colonoscopy went rough last week.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's funny you mentioned that because I was sitting with a group of guys about my age last night, a few of them a little bit older than me, and the conversation devolved into cholesterol numbers.
Oh, you know what?
We were,
Listen,
and
right.
what kind of statin are you on? And I'm like, I started laughing. At God, we're old. We're sitting
They up
there.
your Lipitor prescription
we got,
last time
We got
around.
the Michigan Auburn game, and Auburn's just getting torched. And we're talking about what's your LDL number.
Auburn got blasted. My God.
That's how you know you're old.
Auburn lost like 101. What was the score? 102 to 72 last night.
With Bruce Pearl on the mic.
Yes, that was
And our man Don Daly was refereeing that game. It was kind of a funny moment when Daly had to go tell the TV table what was going on with the review. That was kind of a funny exchange.
Yeah.
But anyway, one more Thanksgiving question. Where you land on cranberry sauce?
My dad made me get it. I don't think it's good.
What I do is
I
I
won't
take. Go ahead, Ty.
I got an extra thing of gravy for myself, and cranberry. They can have all the
Do
cranberry.
you like grape
sauce.
jelly?
I like grape jelly. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a lot different than grape jelly.
That's a falsehood. That is a
Not a lot
complete
different.
and total lie. It is completely different than grape
Well, it's not
jelly. I take the cranberry.
Not a lot.
If I
the
go to-
container it
It's not
comes
totally
in, I
different.
open the trash and throw it away.
If I
That's
go
how
to
you should
House
do
of
cranberry.
Webster, I'm gonna get about 100 other things before I get a cranberry type of item.
Okay.
I
don't eat cranberry sauce other than twice a year.
Listen,
Thanksgiving and Christmas. But to me, the Thanksgiving plate's not complete without at least a.
I will give you this.
It's got to go in there and kind of blend in with all the salty.
You need some
I've had
color
to-
in there.
I've
too.
had
I get
some
what you're
color, but
coming,
it
yeah.
also adds a little sweet to all the salty, savory
why you get sweet
Thanksgiving
potatoes.
plate.
I've got one more thing to recant on this show when it comes to a food or drink, and then we'll get into this Alex Golish stuff. I didn't agree. I didn't believe you about Coke Zero, and you're right
Okay.
about that being significantly better than Diet Coke. I didn't agree with you about chicken thighs. You're significantly right about that. I will still, to a certain degree, make fun of you for drinking cranberry vodkas, but it's actually cranberry vodka and cranberry whiskey is actually good.
Yeah.
And I for years never tried because
You got to break up the mix of. You can't drink bourbon all
to
the
be
time.
honest, I know some males that drink it, but it is more of a predominantly female drink. And
I don't know a single female that drinks.
I know a lot of my girlfriends drink it, and and
Then you
so when
should
I
try
hear
it
them
and maybe fit in.
No. I listen. I drink what I want to drink. I eat what I want to eat. I don't really care if it's segmented into male and female, but that I avoided for a while, and then I tried it, and it was actually good. So I will recant. That's the
awfully
third-
hardy a guy that a guy that drinks White Claws is making
I
fun of
haven't
someone
drank.
drinking.
Okay, when's the
vodka.
last time you the last time I've held a White Claw in my hand was the Garth Brooks concert, which by the way, you got me too drunk for. It's your fault because you kept pointing at me and saying drink this, drink that. And on top of that, I was combining White Claw and vodka, which is a no-no. Like you drink a seltzer beer or you drink liquor. You don't combine them and do twice the damage in half the
Beer
time.
before liquor, never been sicker.
Not a good idea. All right.
Liquor before beer, you're a dumbass.
Yeah, that's pretty much. That's your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question. Christmas parties at Cart Pass Social. Go to cartpasssocial.com. It's always BYOB at Cart Pass Social. 122 Grant Place in Lowell. Christian and Nate, they'd love to take care of you this holiday season at Cart Pass Social. To the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. I know Brent's patiently been on hold. Brent, go ahead, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Brent.
Happy Thanksgiving, Tommy, Ty, and Colton. Colton, be safe going to Dallas. Ty, be safe going to Little Rock.
Thank you, Brent.
I've got
And
one thing
I guess
to
I could
say.
just run off the road. Is that what you're saying, Brent?
Well, you're not leaving Fort Smith.
You don't want me to be safe going home?
I think you got it, Tommy. I think you got it. Fellas, I got one thing to say. And did y'all watch the clips of David Basil and Mark May from the Touchdown Club?
Yeah.
Did.
All right. Tell me this. How in the world can we have any hope for our athletic director because he tries to be a comedian? His main problem is he doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
6, 7.
When we get this coach hired, let's clean house and get rid of him. Come on. He needs to go immediately, if not sooner. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so who would you
on
hire,
that.
Brent? Who would you like to see as your AD? Because I got 2 guys in mind.
Who would I like to see?
Yep.
I would like to see Arkansas's favorite son, Houston Nutt. Without question, he could raise more money than anybody in 2 days.
Okay. I think there's a place for him up there, but I don't know that it's being the AD and the CEO of a $200 million operation.
Hey, should Hunter have been? What made Hunter Yurchek's right to be head of a $200 million
Prior experience
corporation?
in Houston, Coastal.
Hey, you know what Coastal's budget is? About $25,000, and Houston was a nothing when he got there. So he's
But he
nothing.
made it into something.
Oh, come on, Tommy.
Hold on.
Anybody
let
that
me
wears a
listen.
bad Razorback jacket like he does doesn't need to be an athletic director.
Brent, let me ask you something before Tommy gives his. Are you going to take this back if Hunter somehow pulls a curtain in front of us all and hires a really good football coach? Are you going to recant this next week?
No, it does not. It does not. It does not. It does not change my feelings on him. He is always a day late and $2 short. He did not embrace the NIL whenever. Look at how many we could have been Ole Miss. We could have been, but we're not on the NIL situation. We've got, and it's his fault. We've got a recruiting department with 3 people working it. Nobody else in the country has that. This football debacle is his fault. End of discussion. Now we got to get it right.
Brett, appreciate the call. Let's say something does happen.
If there was a change, I would go talk to these 2 individuals first, and they're a little bit outside of the normal circle of who you might think about hiring.
Okay, let's hear it.
But I would go have a conversation with Doug McMillon, the retiring CEO of Walmart. I think he's more than qualified to run the athletic department. I think he could.
He does meet the
surround
standard.
himself.
Yes.
But who does he also know? A lot of rich people in our state. And he understands how to orchestrate logistics, how to orchestrate communication, how to orchestrate the essentials of how you run a business.
He knows Jessica Alba on a first-name basis.
How to determine value.
And if he said no, I'd go talk to Kevin Scanlon, who's a former Razorback. He's the right hand to Warren Stevens at Stevens Inc. Both those guys have done very well in their careers.
If Keith Carter loses Lane Kiffin, which I don't think he's going to like you state, I would go talk to him.
What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville, the place for all those last-minute items you need here for Thanksgiving. You need some sides, you need a dessert, you need some stuff maybe for Saturday to throw on the grill because you're going to be turkeyed out at that point. You can do it at Richard's Country Meat Market. RichardsCountryMeatMarket.com or call ahead. They'll have it ready. 3042 North Market Avenue or call 479-443-0000. Arkansas and Missouri, 2.5-point line right now on the Bet Saracen app. Download that for the weekend. You get all the action for the Thanksgiving Day games with the Bet Saracen app.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. I should say it?
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop. Oh, Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side. Nope, I saw him, Matt. You still do believe in Santa, right? Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess. A couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And
And let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Claus?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the Interfacegram WW.
I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hall.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Ho, ho, ho.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Bruce Stanton, Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. If you're going to do some cold water bass fishing, you need to be using an Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. It's the best lure for duplicating a small school of shad and can be worked from the top of the water column to the bottom. Whether you're trying to win a bass tournament or whoop up on a bunch of white bass and stripers, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. will catch them. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr.
This is the Morning Rush.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Rath Auto Resources. All this month, take advantage of huge discounts on our road-ready certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Need a little extra cash? Go see Rusty at Golden Gym Pond, 310 West Center in Greenwood. Get the money you need with loans on jewelry, guns, tools, and electronics. If you're looking for a gift, they have a large selection of jewelry to choose from, and Rusty can take care of all jewelry repair. Stop by Golden Gym Pond today, 310 West Center in Greenwood, or call 996-2792. Open 9 to 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 9 to 3 on Wednesday. Golden Gym Pond.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Is your sleigh a little run down from chasing Rudolph all hunting season? Is Mrs. Claus starting to complain a little bit more about the bumpy ride while you're out on the trail? The North Pole of Arkansas AMP's Little Elves are working nonstop to make sure your UTV or Jeep is exactly how you want it. Tires, wheels, suspension upgrades, audio, mirrors, all in stock. Not to mention our exclusive one-size-fits-all gift certificates. Advanced Mechanical Performance, 3201 Wheeler Avenue in Fort Smith, 434-4160.
Hey everybody, Zachary Hall here, otherwise known as the Arkansas Storm Tracker. If you have not stopped by the Jam Mart in Fort Smith on Phoenix Avenue, you're missing out. They have a brand new hot case in there. They serve breakfast, they serve lunch, they serve dinner. My personal favorite is the chicken strips and potato wedges. They also serve cheeseburgers as well. They have all sorts of options that you don't want to miss. Be sure to stop by and see your local Jam Mart, Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith today. Jam Mart, the leading gas station and convenience store in Arkansas.
Fill her up, please.
Mustard or ketchup?
I want to ride my
bicycle.
Looking for a new ride or need a tune-up? Champion Cycling in Fort Smith has you covered. From top-of-the-line bikes like Specialized and Surly to expert repairs, apparel, and accessories, we've got everything you need to hit the trails.
Stop by 5500 Mazard Road during business hours or shop anytime online at championcycling.com. Champion Cycling, helping you share in the joy of cycling.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we will see sunny skies. Our high temperatures this afternoon will reach the upper 40s north, mid 50s south. Partly cloudy sky later on tonight. And overnight low will drop down into the low 30s north, right around the low to mid 30s south, and sunshine a high low to mid 50s Thanksgiving Day. I'm Sally Russell with the forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Well, that means you don't have enough dogs on the court.
ESPN 95.3.
What do you mean by that? That you won't have meaning that you don't know what's going to happen with the coaching situation, or you will not have seen the team play without the coach? Correct. Which is correct? The latter?
We will not have seen the team play without. Yes, we would not have seen the team play without a coach.
Okay.
I just can't get used to it. I'm not working anymore. I used to fly all over and it sucks.
You know, a lot of people would say, well, that's socialism. Really? Is it socialism in pro sport? I'm a Republican, so I'm not some advocate of socialism, let me tell you.
You ain't gonna like what I got to say at all, but that's okay. What I understand, the running back hurt himself in warm-up. It's an excuse, and he's quit. Now, how come y'all can't report the truth or somebody else will fly? It was reported by a colleague of y'all that knows pretty good.
Who said that?
Hey, I listened to all the radio stations. You just had to figure out it was actually on YouTube when he said it.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little.
I hate it.
With Ty Richardson.
Sucks.
And Tommy Kraft.
Lousy.
This is the Morning Rush.
All right, back here on the Morning Rush, hour number 2. Richard Davenport set to join us. What's your beef Wednesday? I'm getting some text here, Tommy. People beefing with us that we haven't addressed the Alex Golesh report from Trey Schapp that he is apparently going to take an offer for the Arkansas job.
We'll see if it's right. I'm hearing other names out there, but
how many other names?
I'm hearing one other.
Coach 7.
Coach Golesh has accepted an offer to be the next head coach of Razorback football.
I got someone I.
Why don't you just text the brother or the father-in-law?
Yeah, let me
is this
get on
true?
that.
Question mark. That's a very straight line to the point process. What's his name, by the way? We just keep calling him father-in-law.
I don't know that we should.
You don't dox
say
him.
that. I need to ask him if I could say that first.
I could just look it up just as easily.
Well, I mean, I know it, but I'm not going to say it on the radio without asking him if that's okay. I mean, this is it's
a private citizen.
It's the guy that lives in Sebastian County. I'm not going to throw his name in the middle of it. That would be a bit unfair without asking permission first.
Let's see. I had Golesh's stuff.
Larry Foley would scold you for even thinking about doing such.
Yeah. 22-15. Won a couple bowl games. Where are they this year? This year, USF. At one point, I thought they were in line for the college football playoff. It's 8-3 this year. Or they pounded another hot coaching candidate for Arkansas, at least in the minds of some, Jeff Traylor earlier this year. But they're 8-3 this fall, and we'll see what happens. I'm just ready for this to be over with. That was one of my beefs from earlier. Just ready for this to be done and over with, and let's roll with whoever they're going to hire moving forward.
So. What's your beef Wednesday? Should we say what's your turkey Wednesday? Since we're the day before Thanksgiving.
Might as well.
What's your turkey Wednesday? Brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. All the last minute things you need here for the holidays and for your Thanksgiving feast. If you need some sides, or hey, I forgot all about pie, or I forgot all about potato salad. They can fix you up with those type of things here in the last minute at Richard's Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. 479-443-0000 for your last-minute orders.
Got 105 texts in the last 10 minutes.
I've gotten 18
on this coaching search stuff. I know it's going to be a talking point the next few days around the holidays. People, Duke game tomorrow night, Missouri game. What is the Missouri game on the list?
Hang on, I'm texting.
Okay,
6, 7.
6th or 7th. level of importance on
You want
the
me
list.
to check with all my sources? I can't run my traps, Ty, and talk to you at the same time. All right, what was the question?
Oh, well, yeah, this
It sucks.
this waiting point. What do you think the Missouri game is on the list? Do you want to do it again?
6, 7.
7.
Priorities? Turkey's number one, right?
Turkey, Coach,
Yeah.
Duke.
Duke may come ahead of. Well, I don't know if Duke comes ahead of Coach, but watching that game's important. I mean, I plan the weekend around it. So, do you eat lighter today? Do you go a little bit lighter today?
We're having pizza tonight, so no.
We're going to my mom's tonight, and we're going to have her famous chicken spaghetti tonight.
Oh, there you go.
She makes it. My wife does not make this particular recipe for me, and she will. Knowing my mom, and I love her dearly, she'll make me an extra pan I can throw in the freezer, and somewhere the next few weeks I can warm that up myself.
Why don't you bring that to the studio?
She makes it. I mean, it's
be
a
a
fabulous
team player.
A fabulous chicken spaghetti.
I've got one more beef to get into here on What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. Before we talk to RD, I think Vanderbilt's going to get left out of the playoff, and that's a shame.
Yes, they will.
Their only 2 losses this season are on the road in Tuscaloosa and on the road in Austin.
But their wins aren't nearly as impressive as the rest of the SEC.
And it was a 3-point game. They almost came back to beat the Horns. They didn't have a great showing in Tuscaloosa. I know Pavia was doing that knee, the knee protocol before the game, which ended up just being stupid. I hate that because I think Vanderbilt deserves a crack at it. I'm not going to say they'd win the national championship, but when's the next time Clark Lee's going to have a group that is in this stratosphere of college football elite, and they're not going to make it.
But that shouldn't be the criteria of how you get in the playoff. I don't disagree with everything you said, but just because they haven't had a chance and when's their next opportunity going to be shouldn't be why we put Vanderbilt in over someone else.
I'm honestly, let me tell you this. I'm rooting for LSU this weekend. I'm rooting for Georgia Tech, even though Georgia would make it regardless. I'm rooting for every opposing SEC team of the 6 other than Vanderbilt, who they're playing in Tennessee. It's a big rivalry weekend. Doesn't feel like here in Fayetteville or across Arkansas, being that you've lost 9 straight games. Probably going to be 10 after this weekend. But we got a great weekend ahead of rivalry games. Auburn, Alabama, got that Deuce Knight kid playing. Looks like against the Crimson Tide.
Weird things happen in Jordan Hare at night.
That could be a lot better. Jason Fort Smith says he loves chicken spaghetti tumble, by the way. And
I'm getting it's split between Alex Golish and chicken spaghetti text on my phone right now. But did you say who you were rooting for between Texas and Texas A&M?
Well, A&M's going to get in.
Not.
A&M's going to get in regardless. I think Texas is going to win that game. I would probably still. I hate saying this. I would root for Texas A&M, which is my level of hatred.
How'd that taste coming out of your mouth?
It doesn't.
Was it bitter?
Yeah, it doesn't taste good. Usually, it's the lesser of 2 evils, and in this case, I would like to see Texas A&M beat them this weekend. Not necessarily win the national championship, but beat them.
All right, Richard Davenport in just a second. Quick word for Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. Happy Thanksgiving from the entire crew there, and they have 25 locations around our listing area to help you, whether you're looking to spruce up the existing home you're in, remodel the one that you've been living in. Maybe it's a family home, or maybe you're wanting to build a brand new one from ground up. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas can sit down with you and go over all the financing options that make sense for you. Go to myaglender.com for a location near you. That's myaglender.com. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
That sounds good.
Richard Davenport on the Morning Rush is brought to you by House of Webster and Rogers.
You know, I say I'm trying to watch what I eat. Well, I cheated the other night.
When it comes to flavor, nobody does it better than House of Webster.
That's what makes them different than others. They have so many different flavors.
Locally made jams, jellies, salsas, and sauces for over 90 years.
Surely you're going to find one that you really, really like, or you're going to like them all.
All right, Richard, I'm assuming you've seen this. You're up to date on X, the Alex Golish report, and that he's reportedly accepted the job for Arkansas. Any thoughts as we bring you in this morning and get going on that?
Well, I'm going to be like a lot of you guys, a lot of fans. I'm going to have to learn about him. If indeed he's the guy. I've sent a few texts out. I haven't got any answers back. Yeah, obviously what he's done at South Florida is impressive. He's turned around a program and you got to give him credit there. And probably the best thing, he's married to a Greenwood lady, so he has good taste for his women, I guess. So it's always. I'm sure she's thrilled. If this is the case, she's thrilled to be able to be closer to family, and she's well known in Greenwood. I was just texting somebody that from Greenwood, and that was the first thing that this person commented on was, her and knowing how excited that she'll be.
I wonder if this has anything to do potentially, like you said, if it ends up being true with the kid from Georgia, the offensive tackle Ben Mugbenga, and his recommitment to the program. I think they're still double-digit wise. Could you see that, RD, being the case at all when it comes to his him recommitting to Arkansas?
As far as knowing who the next guy was going to be, or something like that,
and if Mateos was going to stick around, something like that.
Yeah. I based on what I've heard, that's not the case. It's just that he just loves Arkansas. Obviously, even in the most difficult situation that we're talking about. I mean, he just really truly loves Arkansas, and really likes Coach Mateo. So it'll be interesting going forward to see what happens. I did see that, he was offered by South Florida during the recruiting process. So maybe he's got a previous relationship with the staff there, and feels comfortable enough to still come. He's an outstanding football player, but an outstanding kid too. So that'd be a nice addition, no doubt.
Richard, the other big news of the recruiting week has been Kane Archer's decommitment. Speaking of Greenwood kids, Kane Archer from Greenwood decommitting from Central Florida and committing to Utah. Tell us more about this situation as he goes from one Big 12 school to another.
Well, I just think that they thought it was obviously a better fit. And I'll be honest with you, of all the programs out there that are, similar to Arkansas, and one program I really, really admire is Utah. They're consistently good. They're just like Arkansas. They have to develop, and you got to give the coach there a ton of credit. I mean, that program is consistently better than average, and wins at a pretty high clip. And Utah is not a bed of talent. So I can understand why Utah would be attractive. Utah is probably one of my favorite programs, other than Arkansas, to follow. It's amazing how good that they are on a consistent basis.
And I still wonder. I mean, because obviously the coaching situation isn't settled. I believe I'm just speaking for myself that if Kane had an opportunity to come to Arkansas under the right coaching staff and the right situation, I still think this is where his heart's at, but this is his best opportunity. But it'll be interesting to see as time plays out, whether it's now or down the road, and with the portal and everything involved. I still think the odds are pretty good that he'll have a chance at Arkansas sometime down the road.
Well, I tend to think so too. I mean, whoever the new coach is, they're going to come back in, and they're going to evaluate all the talent that's currently committed out of state. Now, obviously, NIL is going to play a factor, so there's no guarantee that they would still come if the coach wants to recruit them. But if all things are even, some of the kids I think would probably definitely strongly consider Arkansas along with Kane. So if the hire is, and I figure the hire will be official sometime this weekend, and then all heck will break loose for quite some time. The dead period starts on Monday, which means the coaches can't be off campus and talk to kids, and kids can't be on campus to visit. So it's all going to be, most of it's going to be just through, communication on Zoom, FaceTime, what have you, with the coaches, and obviously the early signing period's the 3rd through the 5th. So you come in and you try to salvage what you can as far as a recruiting class, and then then also, start focusing on the transfer portal that opens January the 2nd. And then you also continue to focus on the high school class because you can still try to sign guys in the February signing period. So, it's going to be fun.
Richard Davenport with us, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, courtesy of House of Webster. RD, as far as the game ahead this weekend, who do you expect to start, KJ Jackson or Taylon Green?
If I had to lean to anybody, I would probably say KJ, just because he is the future. And I know people are kind of down on Taylor, and I get it. I mean, that one interception or toss, whatever he did, was so ill advised that Arkansas probably wouldn't be in a lot of games without him. But he does have a tendency to maybe make a bad decision, and that was definitely one of them. But KJ, to me, could be the future of Arkansas because it all depends on the new head coach. Does the new head coach bring somebody else in? I mean, to be the guy. So we'll see. All I know is that of all the years of me doing this, KJ Jackson's probably one of the more impressive young men I've ever come across. And whatever happens, I wish him the best.
Richard, I know this weekend's also sad for you and your colleagues. This the weekend we lost Bob Holt about a year ago today, calling it the Bob Holt game. Bob, obviously a graduate of the University of Missouri. This occurred this past weekend. What's that been like as kind of gearing up for this weekend as well, having that asset to it?
Yeah, well, it'd just be a reminder, and I think the thing is, I mean, I think about Bob, quite often, ever since last year, and just miss him, and I just think about some stuff, he had so much knowledge of the program, and he knew so many people, and he could just about call anybody from the past and get comments from former coaches or players, and he just had so much knowledge of the program, and I think sometimes you look at that and you miss it, and obviously him as the person.
Richard Davenport with us here, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, as we get ready for a big weekend. Are you centering your day? We were talking about this earlier. Is your entire Thanksgiving day kind of planned around, pivoting around the Arkansas Duke game? Because, I mean, fortunately, Thanksgiving's generally not a day where people eat later in the evening or families gather for the first time of the day in the evening. But I think a lot of people are planning their days around, hey, we got to eat at noon or 2 so I can get, drive back home and be in front of the TV for that game on Thursday night at 7.
No, it changes everything, doesn't it? I mean, it's going to be such a huge game, and so many eyes are going to be on it because it's on Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, I'll probably be driving back home. I'll be going down to Central Arkansas for Thanksgiving and probably be driving home. I'll probably try to hopefully be able to get the second half, but I'll definitely be listening to it. And that's the good thing, obviously with Cal. I mean, he loves these primetime games where, everybody in the country is watching, and I'm sure the ratings are going to be crazy for it, and I expect it to be a great game too.
It's matched up. Help me, Colton, you might correct me on this. You've got Lions, Packers, Cowboys, Chiefs, and then Ravens, Bengals. So it's not going up against like a great NFL game, if I remember that right. So, and you're going to have people.
Well, and some of those are obviously earlier in the day. So,
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the order
Right.
of 12, 3:30, and then 7 o'clock.
Right.
So I think
and it's on CBS. I mean, nothing against the Maui Invitational or the Battle for Atlantis. ESPN's wildly popular, but being on CBS following an NFL game will be probably worth another million viewers.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're a basketball fan, that's going to be the game that you're going to be tuned into.
And let's be honest, there'll be a lot of people around the country that tune in just to root against Cal. I mean, he's kind of like the Cowboys. People either love or hate the Dallas Cowboys. There's not a lot of in between. There's not a lot of indifference. Cal's one of those guys that, hey, there's nothing better on. I'm going to watch this game, and Duke's the same way. I mean, you don't have to have a dog in this fight. You don't have to be a Razorback or a Dookie to have an interest in this game and probably pick one side or the other pretty quick.
No, you're right. You're exactly right. There's two teams that fans can dislike for different reasons. So yeah, that some fans would just be watching to see if the one that they don't like crashes and burns or something.
Richard, it is the holiday season, and at House of Webster, they can get those holiday gift baskets ready for you, and all your favorite stuff you can share with your other loved ones on your gift list.
Yeah, and they ship it to whoever you buy for. So yeah, I use their products 2 or 3 times a week or even more. Just they have so much. Just go to their website and you'll be able to find something for some family member because they got so many good products.
HouseofWebster.com, over 90 years right here in Rogers, Arkansas. Richard, happy Thanksgiving, man. Appreciate you jumping on as always, and we'll chat next week, hopefully about a new coach.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Really appreciate you guys. Take care.
Thanks, Richard. If you don't know what to get somebody, I can personally attest the peach chipotle salsa is something that should go in your gift basket. Now, we went out of town for a couple of days. I had the mango habanero salsa set out to take with us and left it on the counter. And so I'll be doing some of that over the weekend. But I can tell you that peach chipotle, it is maybe the best salsa I've ever eaten.
It's hard to beat. Hey, you were talking about the Illinois game. Last year it had the Arkansas and Illinois game, which was a blowout, by the way. Illinois took over that second half. 5.1 million viewers, second largest regular season college basketball game since 2008. You've got brand of Cal in Arkansas and Duke. I'm not going to say that it's going to double what it did last season, but you're definitely going to see excessive numbers to what it was last year in this type of match.
Yeah. So ought to be, it ought to be highly watched. So I think this is going to be something that when you look back, it's going to be great exposure. You can get a win here. It's probably worth an extra 4 or 5 spots in the next poll just because of who you beat and where you beat them. Hey, if you're going to be doing some Black Friday shopping, some holiday shopping, LureNet.com is the place you can go to find everything you need with Arkansas-made products for your favorite angler on your list, whether it's Rebel, Yum, Booyah, Bobby Garland, Smithwick. It's all there in one place, plus exclusive deals you won't find anywhere else at LureNet.com. And you'll find all the discounts here for this holiday shopping weekend as well. Black Friday specials now at LureNet.com. That's LureNet.com.
SEC update when we come back. We'll also talk more about this Alex Golesh report. Stay with us here. What's Your Beef Wednesday on the Morning Rush.
Yeah, I felt like in the second half out there it was a old-fashioned ass kicking. They got after us.
What?
Yeah, we have a little question. Couldn't happen. Can't happen.
You're listening to the Morning Rush.
It's not like a must-win, like, we're going to kill all the firstborns of every player if we lose. But, it's a game you really, really want to win.
This is the Morning Rush.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
TGI Fridays in Fort Smith, where football fans win with 50-cent wings all day, every Monday and Thursday. Just 50-cent wings, boneless or traditional, with a 10-piece minimum. It's perfect for Monday night and Thursday night football. Also, don't forget TGI Fridays' brand new steakhouse menu. Hand-cut 14-ounce ribeyes, juicy 8-ounce bacon wrap fillets, and loaded baked potatoes. Big groups are always welcome after the game, and we're open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. TGI Fridays. Come hungry, leave happy. TGI Fridays at 540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop, full-service, semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all: DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
COP CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050. COP CDL Academy.
America, our military is sacrificing for our freedom. Please take time to remember our men and women fighting overseas. This salute is brought to you by Aldana's Roofing, LLC, proudly serving our area with reliability and excellence. For all of your residential and commercial roofing needs, call the professionals at 479-226-0557. That's 479-226-0557. For Aldana's Roofing, LLC. On the air, reminding everyone that we live in the land of the free, thanks to our brave.
I want to ride my
Looking for a new ride or need a tune-up? Champion Cycling in Fort Smith has you covered. From top-of-the-line bikes like Specialized and Surly to expert repairs, apparel, and accessories, we've got everything you need to hit the trails. Stop by 5500 Mazard Road during business hours or shop anytime online at championcycling.com. Champion Cycling, helping you share in the joy of cycling.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion. You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about to be tough there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally it's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas. Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
It is in the protocol, but I'm not sure we will have a data point to use that as part of the protocol.
What do you mean by that? That you won't have a data, meaning that you don't know what's going to happen with the coaching situation, or you will not have seen the team play without the coach?
Correct.
Which is correct? The latter?
We will not have seen the team play without. Yes, we would not have seen the team play without a coach.
Okay.
You were talking about the delay last night. It sounded like between Reese Davis and Hunter Yurchek went on the college football playoff
Rich Davis.
selection. Yeah, Rich Davis on the college football playoff selection show.
That is Rich.
I've got names wrong before, so I wasn't going to blast him for that. But it was just funny in the moment last night.
Well, there's a lot of pressure, and there's not a ton of time to prep. You know, this is almost, I don't want to say it's as watched as the State of the Union, but, you know, there's a lot of people that pay attention and dissect every word, every sentence of what you have to say. I don't imagine from the time they put that together till the time he sits down with the cameras, there's probably not, you know, several hours for him to be, you know, prepared for that, and people asking questions and getting him ready. And, you know, understanding what questions he may have to rebut. What he's asked to do, or any chairman in this case, it's not an easy job. I mean, and when you're not used to, he's used to talking to reporters not on a daily basis, but it's a whole different deal here.
Anything stand out in the college football playoff rankings last night? Ohio State at 1, Indiana at 2, A&M at 3, Georgia at 4, Tech at 5, Oregon 6, Ole Miss 7, Oklahoma 8.
Not really.
I
mean, the results of the games didn't dictate a lot of change, right? So, was it much different what you expected? I don't see a lot of shift coming until, now obviously there could be some upsets. If A&M loses, that's going to change things.
Come on, Vandy.
But if it's chalk this weekend and Ohio State beats Michigan, Texas A&M beats Texas, I don't think there will be much flipping around till we get through the championship games. And I think in the end you'll have the Big Ten champ 1 and the SEC champ 2, and then we'll go from there. And they'll probably flip that where it'll be Big Ten SEC, Big Ten SEC, so you don't have Big Ten playing Big Ten or 1 through 4. I guess it wouldn't work that way anyway. They'll probably flip that around to make sure that once you get down and you get into those second games and after the byes, you don't have as many conference on conference.
Former Tennessee offensive coordinator and current USF head coach Alex Golish has reportedly accepted the job to be the next coach at Arkansas, according to Trey Schapp's sources. This is something, again, I'm looking at our Lewis Automotive Group hotline. It seems to be, it's like you said, it's either Turkey or Alex Golish. If this is, I don't know if we've asked this question yet. If this is the case, are you excited about that hire? He was a big part of Tennessee's success under Josh Heupel offensively. They've taken a little bit, not a huge step back, but a little bit of a step back since he's been gone. He was the OC when.
If this is true, even if I'm still hearing Womack, Caden Womack, the defensive coordinator at Alabama. We'll see which way it turns out. Either way, I'm kind of meh. I want to hear them talk, kind of hear their plan. They need to win that first press conference. Tell me what you know about Alex Golish and kind of his vision for laying a plan, or Caden Womack. None of us know. Anything about these guys. As far as what their vision would be.
Golish was also responsible for a 1-11 turnaround to 7-6 in 1 year at his first chance as a head coach at USF, and now they're what, Ty? 9-3 this year, going into
8-3 right now, going to the final game. Arkansas connection. You know who his co-offensive coordinator is? Speaking of, I've just done some research during the break. You know who his co-OC is? Played it in Fort Smith Northside. Was an Auburn Tiger.
Cody Burns.
Cody Burns. Yeah, Cody Burns.
Cody Burns is down there as the co-OC. So I thought that was a interesting connection as well. Where did the SEC update go? Other SEC news. You were talking about the Tennessee game earlier. Tennessee ends up getting a big victory over Houston last night.
Get it in. Gillespie is fouled once more. 4.1 on the clock. Gillespie trying to hit one more to make it a 3-point game. He does. Uzan. Let's got to get it in. What's going on here? He gets it back from Tugler. Toward Heave. No. And Tennessee gets some elite 8th revenge on Houston.
It was a good game last year, and the Cougars go down to an SEC team. You'll play both of them. Play Tennessee, first game of the conference slate in January 3rd, and then you'll play Houston here in a few weeks. So get a chance to see both those teams. That was a good game. Auburn got smacked by Michigan by 30.
That game wasn't even close. I kind of casually watched because there was no need to really watch in that second half. It was a 30-point game the whole way in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
It was never really close in this one. So, and Auburn's ranked 22nd. Michigan was, 7th, I remember right? Those Michigan schools are for real. Michigan and Michigan State both. I think the Big Ten is going to, if the SEC was number 1 last year, I think the Big Ten right now is showing that they may have some muscle to flex this year.
They've got some teams. Why am I blanking on the old FAU coach, Dusty May? Dusty May's up there in Ann Arbor right now. And Michigan State, of course, Izzo's been there for, he might be the longest tenured college basketball coach out there, at least one of them in college. Last name, LSU, and Brian Kelly's still dealing with the lawsuits and what.
I
According
love
to,
how they're handling this. This is awesome.
Yeah, according to Kelly's lawyers, it's been nearly impossible for Kelly to get a job
because they haven't fired him. That's why he can't get a job. I mean, if you go into the whole thing of what the lawyer, we can't get a job because LSU is saying they really didn't fire me. From Brian Kelly's perspective, that Scott Woodward didn't have the authorities. He hadn't been officially fired.
It's weird.
So now what they're doing is, hey, by the statements you guys have made, you've damaged me in the job market. You're going to have to pay me more money to go away.
Did you see his son on senior night when they barely?
Yeah, they wouldn't let Pops out there.
Yeah, he's free BK. They won by 3 against. Listen, we know all too well about losing to Western Kentucky.
And I get it, but to not let his dad. I mean, it'd have been a bleep show either way.
That's where my mind
That's a no-win situation.
If you bring him out there, he gets booed, and if you show him,
oil bottles.
And if you don't, it's a bad PR. It's
a bad deal.
There's win-win situations, and then there's lose-lose situations. That was the latter.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's your SEC update. It's brought to you by Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms. Dr. Sparkman can help you with all kinds of dental care and procedures for you and your family, from general dentistry to braces to implants, cosmetics, and even snore guards to stop your snoring and give you a custom-fit mouthpiece each night so that your snoring and your sleep apnea is improved. Get $300 off your snore guard when you mention you heard it here on The Morning Rush. Call 479-226-3500 for your appointment, 226-3500, or go to valleyfamilydentalpractice.com to schedule your appointment today.
Couple thoughts before we get to Ryan. Jodian Harrison is not a fan of the Alex Golesh hire. He feels like we need some proof.
Let's be clear. There's no official hire. There's just media reports.
Yeah. Gavin in Fayetteville, Golesh's Wikipedia page already says he's the head coach of Arkansas. That means it's going to happen. Cajun says if he's given money to compete, then yes, he's excited about it. Tennessee was like a top 5 offensive team in the country when he was there. Brennan in Kentucky, if Golesh is the head coach, he will support him, but he's not excited. I need something to get excited about. And last but not least, AJ from the 479, we are going to hire down from Bobby Petrino. What a massive mistake. A massive mistake.
Now, I've been saying something kind of along those lines. Make sure you don't do that. Don't do worse than Petrino. I've taken some heat from our listeners on that.
Especially HR guy.
But is this, if this pans out to be true, have you improved your position from the head coaching spot?
I don't know. Jake
and
says
I don't think you can answer.
Alex Golesh is a Russian boar. Woo pig, baby. Matt likes the hire. Chuck says it sounds like a good hire, and he'll bring some players with him. Andy wants to know when baseball season starts. Oh, man.
I'm still hearing it's someone else, but we'll see.
Ryan in Hot Springs, go ahead, man. You're on the Morning Rush.
Hey, guys. I won't say I'm over the moon about it, but I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. He's one of those names that if you didn't get him, there was a possibility you might have swung and missed and had the potential to be really good. I do like that he's an offensive coach. I know a lot of people were thinking we need to go because that's where our weakness is, but that's where most of our good pieces on this team are on offense. And if he can find a way to keep them, I think that gives you your best chance for success down the road. Like I said, I don't hate the hire. I don't necessarily know that I'm in love with it, but I'm not mad about it either. He's going to want to be here because his wife is from here. You got to be kind of excited
because
about
a lot of
that,
people
too.
want to move closer to their in-laws. That's exactly right, Ryan.
It is funny that you say that. But
leave Florida and get closer to my in-laws. Yes, that's a common theme.
But my point though is he's got ties here, so I mean I don't think he's going to be a used carsman kind of situation, or like a situation with Brian Kelly. I think he has the potential to be a fitter. Is what I'm trying to say.
And let's be clear, this is not confirmed news. This is a media report. It may indeed be right, but we have not had anything official from either side that Alex Golesh had indeed been hired.
Well, I don't think Trey Schapp would have, because I've kept up with Trey. I don't think he would have put his name on it if there wasn't some validity to it.
Colin, you brought up something. Have you seen? I've kind of been getting on social media in and out of the breaks. Ryan, appreciate the call. Have you seen anyone nationally report this?
No, none of the big names. No Brett McMurphy, no Chris Lowe, no Pete Thamel. Nobody else has put their name attached to this. And so right now it truly is just a tweet, to be honest with you. And it's kind of a funny way to phrase it, too. Usually you say is in early talks to take the job. The word accepted is kind of strange.
A guy from Oklahoma saying a coach to get excited about was never going to come to Arkansas. We had to settle with an up-and-comer, not someone proven. JT in Laurel, Mississippi. He looks like the Razorback. He's got the red hair and the razor hair. LOL. Ross in Paris says this reported hire is a yawn. Troy in Fort Smith, Tommy wants to know if you would prefer Golish or the other names you were hearing.
I don't know. I mean, none of them are like household names, whether it's Kane Womack, whether it's Alex Golish. We know that Morris is now going to Oklahoma State.
With Messmaker, most likely.
I mean, are any of those guys just like ones that fire you up? Alex Golish, Ryan just pointed out, obviously there's ties with his wife being from Greenwood, Cody Burns being a part of that staff. Some of that stuff gives you a little more connection.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like the idea if Kane Womack ends up being the head coach, that you've got someone that's got, SEC experience like Golish, but, Alabama, defense first, those kind of things.
Bring some of those players with you, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
David Branson, it really doesn't matter who we hire. We're still going to be the bottom of the feeder in the SEC.
Well, I mean, and Ryan brought this, until you financially support what's going on up there, until you get to the point where there's rev share plus another 15 or 20 million, you're behind. And that's the only way you're going to fix a lot of these problems.
Witt wants to keep Petrino over Golish. Is Alex Golish a better hire than Bobby Petrino?
Well, that's what we were just talking about and asking a minute ago. You got a more experienced football coach and head coach in Bobby Petrino, but I'm also of the mindset that maybe you just need to clean house, start over, and get a fresh foundation here.
John from the 479, Alex Golish, being sarcastic, is a big league hire. He thinks the money that will roll in will be a joke. Keep KJ, keep Bobby. We're better off.
I mean, here's what I can tell you. Just if this ends up being true, and again, this is not confirmed at this point, how many different ways has Golish been spelled on our Lewis Automotive Group text line? As I'm just watching the screen, I mean, it's kind of like Bielema. When Bielema was hired, no one was familiar. No one knew how to say it or spell it, and we all had to learn it. It's not a household name. It's not going to be a wow factor.
Well, Bielema was,
but still,
the name,
no one knew how to say it or spell it.
How many times?
It sucks.
How many times has it been?
6, 7.
6 to 7 times. Matt's good with Golish if the hire is the case. Womack doesn't do anything for him. He also mentioned Al Golding, Dave Aranda, and Manny Diaz or some
Lousy
other ones. Noah feels like they need to restart, like you're insinuating as well.
All right, more of your calls and text on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, where it's No Tax November at Lewis Automotive Group. Hey, when it comes time to banking, you deserve a pleasant and productive experience and one that puts you first. That's exactly what you'll find at Sterling Bank, your community bank in Northwest Arkansas. Top-notch customer service. Every transaction feels personal because they're not just your bankers, they're your friends and your neighbors as well. Find Sterling Bank in Fayetteville, Rogers, and in Bentonville, and online at stirbank.bank. Sterling Bank, invested in you, committed to Northwest Arkansas.
Seth would be okay with him if he brings Cody Burns with him, who, for those that didn't listen earlier, Cody Burns, former Northside Grizzly and Auburn Tiger, is his co-offensive coordinator. Let's see. Keeping the text. I'm just going through these texts as much as I can. Lewis Automotive Group, Holland 877, like Tom said, 377-6963. Got a picture of mac and cheese from a guy in Oklahoma. Oh, man. And I don't know what that drink is with it. You mentioned setting the schedule. Maybe we'll get an official statement or a report, not a report, but something that happens with the coach tomorrow. Got your thing. When do you start Thanksgiving tomorrow? Eating wise, if you can time it.
I don't even know that we have
said
said it. I'm a noon eater. I mean, let's start warming stuff up, getting stuff cooked. Let's aim for noon so we eat at 12:30 because we're never going to be on time. So I'm not an 11 guy. I'm not a 2 o'clock guy. But sometime between 12 and 1, we need to put fork to plate.
Oh, that was a pick. Guy in Oklahoma said that was a pick of goulash. That's what he said. That's why. Seth in Fayetteville points out USF is second in yards and fifth in points. They're not just racking up yards, but converting to points. He's totally revamped a crap program into a winner. Bruce in Nashville thinks it's another dud coaching search, I should say.
I don't think it's done yet. I really don't.
I agree.
I'm not convinced it's over at this point.
Peen in Tawny Town, nothing is a step down from current present-day Petrino, who is winless and leading us to player-coach fights in the locker room. Goalish is an improvement. What did you think about that CBS report that came out, and then they and Petrino talked about?
They were shadowboxing. They were shadowboxing.
You might have missed it from over the weekend.
Everybody's trying to be first, right? Well, we just need to be right. So,
I'm talking about the fight. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Okay, you probably missed it from over the weekend.
But I'm talking about these reports now. Everybody's trying to be first, but let's just be right in what we're saying. All right, let's get back and wrap it up for the Thanksgiving holiday here. We're brought to you by Gaston's White River Resort. 870-431-5202 is the number. Happy Thanksgiving from the crew at Gaston's. They'll have a big Thanksgiving feast tomorrow, and then great fishing for the weekend as well. Maybe it's not Thanksgiving you can get away, but maybe, at Christmas, a lot of times people do things a little bit different. It's not as travel heavy at Christmas. Maybe carve out some time around the Christmas holiday for a trip to Gaston's. 870-431-5202. Call their crew now, and they'll get you fixed up with a great cabin or lodge. It's a great time to spend a few days before or after Christmas and do some great fishing on the famous White River. 870-431-5202. Happy Thanksgiving from Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Streaming live from hitthatline.com.
I think one of the things in this conference is you have to be able to hammer, not the nails.
Pressure coming from the backside. They've got Van Buren. Story had him in his sights from the get-go.
You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
That's an absolutely horse crap call.
This is The Morning Rush.
It's the Black Friday sales event at Harry Robinson's Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw. Happy Thanksgiving. It's time to save on your next ride.
Yes, definitely. Tommy, Black Friday sales event, Harry Robinson Salisaw Ford. We had our grand reopening sales event. We got the remodel finish, got all this good stuff going. Ford has just released the end of year sales event that starts now too. So we've got 0% interest right now for 60 months on brand new Ford F-150s. So come down here and see us. We've got a lot of money off of these F-150s, and you can get your special APR, and that's a big key right there is you get both of them. You can get your 72 and get like up to $10,000 off at 72 months and 3.9% interest, or you can take about $5,000-$6,000 off and get 0% for 60 months.
It's the Black Friday sales event going on now till the end of November at Harry Robinson's Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisaw, and online at harryrobinson.com.
The new and improved Golf Nut Performance Center will be ready in early 2026. It will be fully equipped with the latest cutting-edge technology to help you play your best golf. Visit the Golf Nut for a great selection of Christmas gifts for your favorite golfer, like rangefinders, clubs, golf balls, apparel, or a gift certificate to the new indoor hitting bay or shop. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith.
Dozy Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Dozy Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Powerball jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I would buy a mansion, buy my dream car.
I've always wanted to go to Dublin, sit in a pub, and just kind of see what life's like.
I'm probably going to pass out.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Winter has arrived, bringing frosty mornings, holiday travels, and unpredictable roads. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we've got you covered. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your vehicle for everything winter has in store. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Number you have ever reached.
The worldwide leader in sports.
It was her first call game with my wife, and we ended up on that field. We were in section 104.
Brother, you just turned the light bulb on. You gotta go with somebody. At least I go with a winner.
Tommy, they're great.
You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Graff.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
He's driving and he's just trying to bulldoze his way in and then get his own rebound. So, we just know we got to be physical with him. We'll do that.
Trent Brazil talking about Cameron Boozer. Matchup tomorrow night. Arkansas's got a tall task with the Blue Devils and freshman phenom. It's nice to not just have one talented son, but two. And Carlos Boozer, Duke Blue Devil, and now he gets to watch his son play against the Razorbacks tomorrow night. They've only played 5 times in this series, Tommy, and it seems like all these games have significance of some sort.
Well, and yeah, exactly right. And all these games have meant something. A lot of them, most of them in postseason play. Obviously, one for a national title. So they came here and played in that ACC challenge, but probably heavily lopsided, or definitely heavily lopsided in the favor of postseason games versus regular season games. So this is a big one. It's going to have a postseason feel. Brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. If you need help with your aggregates for your job site, whether it's rock, sand, gravel, or ready-mix concrete or asphalt, APAC and Standard Materials Group's the #1 provider in Northwest Arkansas. 479-587-3300 is the number. 587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
What do you think if there is a timeline, if this Alex Scolish report is true? Do we hear something before their final game? Is it after this weekend? What kind of do you have in your mind?
I'll be interested to see if there's any kind of refute from the Golish camp in the next, 6, or do they ignore it? I mean, I still don't think. I still don't think you're going to see an announcement before the weekend.
I kind of think you're going to.
Who does South Florida play? I should know that. I don't know.
Ooh. Colton, you might have to let
They have a game. Arkansas has a game. Yep, Thanksgiving.
Arkansas still has a game.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Missouri.
Missouri, 2:30. I tend to think we'll hear like an official announcement on Sunday or Monday. That's kind of where my mind is.
They play Rice.
They play Rice. The Owls, outstanding matchup. I would think that they could get to their 9th win. And that I know Eric Morris, for example, is going to coach out through bowl games and potential college football playoff. Head coach of North Texas that's heading on to Stillwater. So if this report is proven true, I would be curious if he leaves Tampa and comes straight to Fayetteville, if he waits to finish out the season with this team. A lot of layers to this report, and we'll see by Monday if we're talking about a new head coach for Arkansas football.
All right, it's been a What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. Happy Thanksgiving from the #1 meat counter in Northwest Arkansas. That's Richard's Country Meat Market. Everything you need, those last-minute items, last-minute sides, last-minute desserts. If you got a hole in your menu, they can help you at Richard's Country Meat Market. 479-443-0000 or see them at 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville.
Phil Elson, Matt Jones, Big C on the way. Phil's up for his 4th Arkansas Broadcaster of the Year. Excited about a coworker and a friend. Hopefully he wins it. Halftime on its way next.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
The Powerball jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I would buy a mansion, buy my dream car.
I've always wanted to go to Dublin, sit in a pub, and just kind of see what life's like.
I'm probably gonna pass out.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of Beef. It's whatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by